starting a new thing. I get a lot of questions in my DMs, so I'm gonna start getting on here once a week and answering them. So, two frequent questions that I always get are, why are you always reading? And what books are you reading? So, I read because, in essence, it's basically free education, right? I have learned, I have been able to grow my income, grow myself as a person, grow my relationship with my man. I have been able to do so much just from reading books. Education costs thousands of dollars, right? Books are normally any 8, 9, 10, 20 something dollars. And also to give you a gem, thrift, like a thrift store, thriftbooks.com is a great website for you to utilize to get used books. There's nothing wrong with them. There's like different condition options that you can choose to. I get almost all my books from there, and they come in great condition. So that's a gem. That's good for you. So you can save your money in that way. And I'm just always reading because I just want to be better than I was the day before. You know what I'm saying? And they say your brain thinks about 60,000 thoughts a day, right? And out of those 60,000 thoughts, they said about 40,000 of them are negative. So that means there's only 20,000 thoughts that are positive, and that has to do with conditioning and how we've grown up and the paradigms that we are inside of. So I read every day to get myself closer and closer and closer to being completely removed from these paradigms, just to get better every day and just to learn more. I love to learn. I'm one of those people, if there's a conversation going on and I have no idea, anything about it, I'll be very quiet. I don't like to act like I know what I'm talking about, and I don't. And when I realize I don't know about it, I will literally then go and research just so that I now know, so that I can become educated. You know what I'm saying? And books have really done a really great job with that for me. I learned so much about my music and how to properly market and roll out. I'm learning now so much about financial literacy. I didn't grow up in that kind of atmosphere, I was homeless, I grew up broke, that whole story. And we were always in this state of lack, not realizing that abundance is really all around us, and we're all entitled to it. So I've actually used books, even a few years back, I had such heavy depression, and a lot of mental hang-ups, and books, self-help books, really became my escape and helped me to grow as a person and just take things and take my life to the next level. If you would have told me about 2 years ago that I'd be where I am right now, I would be like, no way, what are you talking about? You're in your own place, you're making money online, you have a fan base from your music, you're about to be certified as a life coach, you're about to start selling courses. Who told you that you... So books have really changed my life in that way, and that is why I am always reading. In essence, it is almost free education. It is the most easiest personal development you can ever do. Listen to me, personal development is life-changing. Get into it. If you're not, it will change your life. And the other question was, what books am I reading right now? So these are the two books that I'm reading right now. The 5 Levels of Leadership by John C. Maxwell. I am reading this book because I actually run an organization. And I am learning. I want to learn. I understand that in being a leader, you have to serve. And I just want to be better in every area that I possibly can. And this book just goes over how to make sure that you are an efficient leader, and that you can really help the people that are following you, right? Because that's really what it's all about, bringing somebody to that next level. And in helping others, you help yourself, right? So this book has been really great. I am about a third way in, and it's just really great. It's very difficult to be self-deluded and successful at the same time. Leading an organization is as much about soul as it is about systems. Effective leadership finds its source in understanding, right? So that's one of the main reasons why I'm reading this book, right? Because I lead a team of traders, and I want to make sure that they see success properly. Another reason why I read that book is because, also, let's keep it a buck, right? I am considered an influencer, or whatever that is. I'm an artist, and part of that job is being a leader, right? And I really try to use my platform to the best of my ability to give people value, and give people knowledge. Less about me, more about you, more about feeding you, right? And a part of being able to do that is being able to be an efficient leader. So every day I'm working on how to just better myself overall so that I can help others more. Really is all it is. And then the other book that I'm reading is the Cash Flow Quadrant. So I am really digging this book. The Cash Flow Quadrant, Rich Dad's Guide to Financial Freedom. So if you follow me, if you know anything about me, if you watch my story, if you pay attention to anything, I am in love. I am in love with teaching people about time freedom and financial freedom, and the idea of not having to trade your time for money in order to be able to make money, right? And this book kind of talks about that. It talks about the 4 quadrants, so the 4 different ways that people earn money. So as an employee, being self-employed, being a business owner, and being an investor. And the idea is, ultimately, you won't really find financial freedom until you are on this right side of the quadrant, right? And so it's just been very interesting, very, 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 very interesting to learn from. I'm learning more about taxes, and how as an employee, the government takes about 30 to 40 something % of your taxes off of each dollar you make. And that's why a lot of times it feels as though, you can't get by. It feels like you're always choking. The government works in its favor. It's not thinking about you and your family's future. It's only thinking about its future, right? The future of the government in this country. I'm a firm believer of not leaving your financial future up to the government. I do believe that at least by 2030 something, Social Security will be completely gone. And so that's why it's important to make your money work for you. I do believe that if you don't figure out ways to make your money work for you, you will be working until you die. And everybody could say whatever they want. I know at the end of the day, people hate asking for permission to go on vacation, right? Think about it. You're literally asking for permission to go on vacation, right? Then you have to wait like a child to be told when you can eat. Like, if you almost think about these things, it's almost a little bizarre, right? So I'm really big on promoting that idea to people, because when you really go and you look at it, a lot of people are filled with passion. A lot of people have dreams. A lot of people have goals in their mind that they're like, I always wanted to do this, but what? You know, their dreams were watered down. Someone told them that it wasn't possible, but there are actually ways to take your passions and make passive and residual income off of them. And there are ways to make your money work for you. And that's what I'm all about. That's what I'm all about promoting to people. I tell people all the time, like, you know, I'm that friend. You come to me with a dream, you come to me with an idea. Like, I'm the one that's gonna be like, go for it. Like, no dream is a pipe dream. Because I wholeheartedly, I really wholeheartedly believe that. And yeah, so that's this book. That's why I'm reading it. And yeah, and then the last question that I wanted to answer today was, why do you get up so early? Why do you get up so early? And like, I guess, like, what's the whole point of that or whatever, right? So, this song. So this is Energy. And this song is actually what blew me up and allowed me to be on this platform speaking to you guys in this way. So it's my baby. So why do I get up so early? So I get up early because it feels good. There's something about getting up before everything starts going and just really getting your mind together. I do a lot. And I feel like there is a huge importance in finding that, like, solitude time and that silent time, and really getting your mind together. I have learned from other successful people around me, right? Because if you really realize, like, the ingredient or the blueprint to success, right? It's actually kind of simple. You just find somebody who has what you want, figure out what they're doing, and copy it. You don't try to reinvent the wheel. You don't try to, literally, right? So my mentor, I love her very much. Her name is Julie. She's about to hit 6 figures. Yes, go ahead, girl, if you're watching this video. But I actually went to go visit her yesterday. It was really good. We were masterminding, and she was coaching me, and it was just a really great experience. So basically, that's another thing too that I will say. This is a completely side story aside from the morning routine. But surround yourself with people who have what you want. In 5 years, you will be the average. You will have the average income of your 5 friends. In 5 years, you will have the average income of your closest 5 friends. I see you moving felt technically. I got the Krusty Krab recipe. Sorry, I love this song. All right, so that's that, okay? So that's what I want right now. You feel me? I think that's what everybody wants right now. Like, I'm trying to hit that 6, 7, 6. That's month. I'm trying to hit that 7-figure, 8-figure. You feel me? So I'm always surrounding myself with people who are doing better than me. I always want to be the dumbest person in the room. Always, 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 always. And the minute I learn something, I go and I then pour it out to somebody else, because I want to have a room to be able to learn more. So my morning routine, why do I do this? So why do I wake up so early? So I wake up so early because I have a morning routine. If you are not familiar with it, you need to read the book Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod. And it really goes over the importance of a morning routine and why getting up early, and really just making sure that you take that time for yourself and your personal development every day, how much it could compound over time and really make you a better person overall, internally, emotionally, spiritually, physically, and then of course financially. And so I wake up around, it depends, normally around like 5 something in the morning. And the first thing I like to do is make sure my space is clean. I have a little bit of OCD, so I always want to make sure my space is clean. So I'll probably like go in the kitchen, clean up the kitchen. Make sure my space is clean. I then open up all the windows, and I burn sage. Sage is great. I love sage. I love the way it smells. It cleanses your space, like energy wise, and it also actually physically detoxes the air. And it also puts you in a very like tranquil state to be able to go into things like prayer and meditation, right? So then after I do that, I will normally meditate for about 15 to 20 minutes. I pray the minute I wake up before I even get out of bed. I'm going backwards, but I'll wake up at 5 something in the morning, and before I even get out of bed, I pray. And then I'll read my devotional. You guys will see me post the devotional on my story with a date. And then clean my kitchen. I open the windows, I smudge, and then I'll meditate for about 15 to 20 minutes. Once I finish doing that, then I will journal. Journaling is so crucial. Journaling is so important. 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 And specifically gratitude journaling. Gratitude is something that is so powerful that so many people sleep on. Gratitude changes your attitude, right? Conscious, constant gratitude enhances the quality of your life, right? When you're grateful for what you have, you allow yourself to be able to bring in more of that, right? So that's really important. So I take a few minutes to do that as well. I write down, within my gratitude journal, I write down what my focus for the day is, affirmations for the day, what I'm grateful for, what I'm excited about today, and then things that I can say to do or remind myself of practicing gratitude. And I always write this there. Combat negative thoughts with positive thoughts. Always. The minute you feel them coming in, counteract it. Pivot off of it and tell yourself the complete opposite thing. You want to act as if until you are where you need to be. Make sense? So you want to combat negative thoughts with positive ones, and you want to always remember that constant conscious gratitude enhances the quality of your life. So once I do my gratitude journaling, then after that I try to read about 10 pages in one of my books, and then normally around that once that time comes, I then get on a morning mindset call with another mentor of mine within my company. He is a 7-figure earner. His name is Nano. He's great. If you guys are interested in getting on that call in the mornings, please feel free to reach out to me and let me know. That man is a powerhouse. And so I get on his call. It normally runs about an hour. And I take notes. Always take notes. Note takers are money makers. Always take notes, because when you're listening to something, your brain really only catches a very small percentage of it. So it's very important that you're writing things down, and it's also important that you're going back to your notes and actually observing whatever it is that you actually wrote down. Because to write it down is just to write it down, right? To actually apply, go back and review is where the change is actually going to happen. So then once I do that, once I get off with him, I normally read those other 10 pages. And then from there, that's it. Then I begin working on my team. I begin on working my businesses from home. And it really allows me, because for the rest of the day, I'm focused on everybody else, right? Whether it be my team, whether it be my emails, my clothing brand, following up on everything else. And then my man gets home and I'm giving him my undivided attention. And then everyone loves to come to me and ask me for advice, and I'm mentoring people and I'm doing all this stuff. So I try to make sure that the beginning of my day is me time, right? So that I can grow myself, so that I can continue to help others grow. And that's why I wake up so early. That's my morning routine, and I suggest that everyone get a morning routine, because it will honestly change your life. It will change your life. Like, you will see quantum leaps in your life in all areas once you do that. So those are the 3 questions that I'm going to answer today. I hope you guys are digging this segment. I'm going to start doing this because I always get a lot of questions. And yeah, I love you guys very much. I want you guys to get to know me better. I want to show my face more on here. And just growing, just doing different things, just trying different things. So I highly suggest that, guys. You want to get a morning routine. Try to wake up a little bit earlier than you've been waking up. Try to wake up a little bit earlier than you've been waking up. Check out some books. Check out some books. I would highly suggest self-help books. Some good ones are What to Say When You Talk to Yourself. Who Says You Can't, You Do. And You Are a Badass at Making Money, and You Are a Badass. Great books, great beginner books. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, another great book. So we're gonna keep going into this. There's so much that we can talk about. There's so much that we can do, but this video now is about 20 minutes. So I just wanted to make sure that I answered those three questions. Girl, my hair is looking wild. Okay. So I just wanted to make sure that I answered those three questions. And yeah, this is what we gonna start doing, guys. So let me know below how you liked it, if you were digging it, any feedback, anything that I said that you want to kind of expand upon, any questions that you have, any topics you'd like me to talk about next week. And yeah, I love you guys so much. Thank you for taking the time to even sit here and listen to this. I hope that I provided some value to you. I just want to see you win. That will make my heart so happy. Seeing others win, it really does. It really and truly does. I really enjoy building others up. I really do. So, all right, guys. Those are the three questions. We'll do this again next week. And yeah, have a great weekend. And I think that's it. Focus on you, because when you focus on you, you wind up making everyone else around you better. And that's a fact.